I'm also kind of thrown off a little bit. Oh my god, my Wii is actually really kind of chill. Holy shit. Hold on. Sorry. But yeah, no, I'm a little thrown off because like last week I was doing like the 4 weeks per session or 4 episodes per session, and I'm aiming to do 5 this time, so I'm a little thrown off. You know, another thing about Star Citizen, though, another thing that I've thought about a bit. So, okay. So, Astropub and Astro Historian, beautiful content creator, absolutely lovely dude. It's been following the project. It's been following Star Citizen much longer than I have, so as much as an outside observer can have any say on something, he's definitely one of the dudes who's got a good amount of say in that matter.
All too easy.
What am I trying to say here? Oh yeah. So he was mentioning though about like QA, which I don't know. Okay, so basically there's a bunch of so 318 got moved from what actually might be like the end of November to the start of December. And there's going to be a 317.4 patch at the end of November, which means that there's now going to have to be QA dedicated to 317.4 for IAE, the International or Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. However, in my mind, right? Okay. So of course, this is like, you know, it is a different thing. It is an additional thing. So yes, there are QA testers who are having to test Invictus in 317. But before, there was testers who were testing stuff for 317, or they were testing the Corsair, they were testing the Corsair, they were testing the internet, the IAE stuff, they were testing whatever other ships or whatever other straight to flyable ship suddenly comes out of nowhere. Any other features that might arise, you know, and, you know, before they moved that, they were all testing that in 318. Now they're testing in 317.4, which is, in all fairness, different. You know, Astropub's point was that, they're dividing QA and they're having to spend more time with or QA is having to spend more time on different patches, which I think is true, but maybe not so much. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. But it is definitely going to be interesting. If we get 318 by the end of the year, I don't care if it was the first week of 2023, I would be fine with that. I would have been fine if the Corsair didn't make it into 317.4. More time to look at it, more time to develop it. I mean, I don't think it would have really changed anything. But, you know, might have been a little bit more polished. But of course, it's any awkward things about that ship, they're gonna fix them eventually. So, as a Reliant owner, I very well am acquainted with, yeah, the ship's broken, we'll fix it later, but... And I am sure, I'm relatively sure that, yeah, like, because they were building this ship for the Corsair for 318, And 318 has some back-end, you know, special stuff. It's probably going to have to be built a little bit different for 317 builds, but eh. What else? What else? I don't know. Oh, it is also a little concerning to me that the Jump Point magazines for that are like subscriber special things, those they are not going to be publishing them once a month, but for the foreseeable future, apparently they're going to be every other month. Honestly, there is some good information that comes out of them and some interesting stuff, but mainly it's the lore. It's mainly the like narrative blurbs and the preview of the next month's subscriber flare. That's the main thing I'm interested in, if I'm honest. But if you do want to look into more information, that's a good thing to do. It's a little concerning, though. I always felt like there was maybe not enough narrative team. And you know, for one thing, you know, it's because there's the Galactopedia is sort of the player-facing way of looking at what all of the lore stuff that they've developed, not necessarily just lore, but like company information and everything for all of the FPS weapons and ships and ship items, etc. It's like, you know what we don't have? We have two furniture manufacturers. They're luxury furniture manufacturers. I've mentioned this before, but like, we need more furniture manufacturers if we're going to have bases that are presumably going to need the furniture in order to, you know, make them interesting and make them our own, you know? So, the thing that needs, but you know, almost certainly, like, they have like 11 gangs in Pyro, or last time I heard anything, they had 11 gangs in Pyro. I only know about like a handful of them, I have like 4 or 5 or whatever. You know, they have stuff that we don't know about, which is fine. So, eh.